up? It's your boy Roy Jones Jr. and right now you tune into World Combat Sports. What up? It's your boy Roy Jones Jr.
Once again, thanks for tuning in. You're listening to World Combat Sports. Salute to each and every one of you who support the channel, man. You are the one that's important. Appreciate y'all for supporting the channel. Continue to tune in, subscribe, share the content, and bring others over to the channel. You know what it is. And then if I haven't told you today, probably haven't. Those of you that went out to the workforce and getting it in, providing for yourself, family, and any loved ones. Salute to y'all. Hope y'all safe out there. Go get that money. I know it can be hard, but you know what? Blessings and prayers, man. Everyone that's out there in the workforce. Hot topics, shawty. We back at it again. And it's fight week, of course. So I had to come on here and talk about some recent events. And if you look on the description, therefore you will see that we have some pretty delightful topics. Let me start out with undefeated. All right. Lightweight, 135-pound Devin Haney. All right, this is the deal with Devin Haney, right? He's not being totally blasted from his performance with Jojo Diaz. You know what I'm saying? It's just amazing how things play out. Like we was looking forward to the earthquake, the TNT, the demolition. You know what I'm saying? The ordnance unit when it came to Gervonta fighting a fighter like Cruz who come forward just like a tank's supposed to be. I was on record as saying that I never seen a pit bull defeat a tank. And I absolutely didn't see one this past weekend. All right. So don't even go there. But I will salute the man. Like Cruz, man. He won a fan. I was a fan already from seeing him fight in person. But he was going up against Gervonta Davis. And absolutely I wasn't pulling for him to win. I'm going to just be absolutely honest. But Devin Haney coming out of this whole situation. If you didn't see, he put out a video. I gotta, just talk about some topics to doing the warm up phase, instead of jumping right back into it. Salute to everyone that's in the building. But I wanted to talk about him purchasing, a heavy load of jewelry for his effort. I mean, that motherfucker was the North Pole and beyond. You know what I'm saying? And the jewelry he purchased. And he, it's the fruits of his labor, dog. He went out there and did what he had to do as the fruits of his labor. So he went out there and picks up some drip, some super, super ice cold drip. You know what I'm saying? So after his fight, I'm not going to lie. I did see some people in some of the groups on Facebook and on YouTube. They wasn't actually evaluating him for doing what he was supposed to do. Like Devin Haney's name is up there at the top of the echelon when it comes to boxers. You know what I'm saying? They say that's the next Floyd Mayweather. I told y'all to stop putting him in the silhouette of Floyd Mayweather, but they say Devin Haney the next Floyd Mayweather. So he went out there and boxed. That was he supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? He ended up picking up the victory, outworking Jojo Diaz, and did what the hell he's supposed to do. Now it comes into play what Cambosa is willing to what's his decision is going to be after what he's seen so far. Because once again, boxing fans, I just want to, send a PSA. It's a lot that you shouldn't believe about media when you see these big articles come out and you hear and you see these titles. I mean, if you really take it for truth, then you're going to be disappointed a lot, man. You're going to be depressed. See, I want Haney to be able to get that Cambosis fight. But for Devin Haney, he said if he's able to fight for Undisputed, he doesn't want the franchise title. Let me repeat that. Devin Haney says if he fights for Undisputed, he doesn't want the franchise title. This is my take, Devin Haney, if you're listening. All right. I don't have any skin in the game with making decisions in your career. I do not. But the way the WBC has been treating you and everything else to go along with the backstabbing, then running the blade 12 to 6, 6 to 12, 12 to 6, 6 to 12, just running it up and down your goddamn spinal region. You need to go in there and clean house and take everything they have, man. Don't sit up here and believe that you need to follow the wave of conversation out here, YouTube. Be your own person. Just like you went in there and purchased all that ice. That was the fruits of your labor, right? So therefore, the franchise belt would be the fruits of your motherfucking labor, dog. Don't leave nothing. Don't leave them nothing, man. Take from them everything and give them nothing. That's what you should do if you get the shot with Cambosis for the Undisputed title. Take everything off the table. You don't have to keep the franchise title. You don't even have to keep all the titles. If you beat Cambosis and you get all the titles, including the franchise, vacate. Fuck it. You done pretty much cleaned out the entire division. You have did something that Vasyl Lomachenko couldn't do. Teofimo Lopez couldn't do. You would have cleaned out every single residue of any speculation of doubt in the lightweight division. That would catapult your career to a whole nother level, man. Not just beating Cambosis, but cleaning out everything. You and Bill go on a photo op, take that tour with all the fucking titles. You know what I'm saying? Hire some strippers, bring them over there. You know what I'm saying? Cook up a nice meal, just else for a little bit, and then vacate them motherfuckers. Because you're on an all-time high. You still undefeated. You have every strap in the lightweight division. Dump them motherfuckers off and move. Don't hang out there for somebody to then say, okay, now I'll take the time to fight Devin Haney. Now he has all the belts. Now I'll take it. Don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Look, you got to look at the fact that Teofimo Lopez didn't give you the opportunity. He said it would, but he never gave you the opportunity prior to facing Cambosis. So now if you get the opportunity to face Cambosis, you beat him. Don't leave a crumb on the motherfucking table, Devin. Don't leave an ounce of anything as far as nutrition. You take everything off the table. You leave that motherfucker butt ass naked. You don't sit up here and just believe a narrative. How can a belt, right? How can a belt, a franchise belt that's being implemented into the belt system, how can it be treated as infectious when it actually has some type of superiority to it? It has some type of hierarchy to the belt, and it will continue to have that hierarchy. And I'm telling you, Devin, you want to be a part of that hierarchy. Not only can you be a part of the hierarchy, right? You would have been the 4th franchise champion in the lightweight division. But clearly, you would erase all doubt that anybody may have had previously when Teofimo Lopez won those belts from Vasyl Lomachenko, that you and everybody else that was talking about it, that had a dispute about, who had a say-so about what's clearly undisputed and all this other stuff. If you are saying, okay, well, You think it's going to be some type of doubt remaining after you beat Kambosos? It's not. If you take the franchise belt, it's going to leave no doubt, man. You're going to retain your title, and you're going to take every freaking title Kambosos have. Every one of them. Nobody's going to downplay you. Nobody's going to say you're not truly undisputed. The only thing they're going to say out their mouth, Devin, is damn. Damn. How many belts he has again? Has that ever been done in boxing? You have to look at it in a sense of projection there, Devin. You have to look at what you're the first to do. I don't want to put blacks in anything when it comes to making decisions, to be the first, because we've been a part of that in history. We've invented things that's not even spoken on a regularity that blacks are a part of. But you're a part of a system where Mauricio Suleiman implemented a device. That device happened to hinder your progress in the sport. So therefore, what you should do if you get the opportunity is take every fucking thing like a thief in the night, dog. And get paid for doing it. You don't sit up here and leave a sprinkle. You just leave a little nugget left on the table. For what? They wouldn't do you like that, Devin. They wouldn't leave you shit, bro. They sit up here and up here saying that, Kambosos is undisputed. The WBC is freaking co-signing it. And you're gonna leave them something on the table, bro? You don't leave them shit, man. You're basically being blacklisted in your division in boxing. And you want to leave them a device that they put out there to potentially avoid you of all people? You was the one in the slot. No paperwork, but potentially you would have been the one. They allowed Vasyl Lomachenko to petition for a belt to put you in the motherfucking trunk. Not the back seat, the motherfucking trunk, Devin. They've been riding you around in the trunk. Every now and then you pop that shit open. They say, oh shit, Devin, he's WBC champion. But the WBC put out a tweet and say, Kambosos is the undisputed champion. Kambosos, he goes on IG and puts his title, undisputed world champion. His team comes out and say, yeah, do you believe that Kambosos is the undisputed? Yes, because Lomachenko had all the belts. Oh, for real? That's the same thing I was saying when Tio had the belts. So if it's very limited people that was on your side, Devin, you have to jump out the mentality of just going with the flow on here, especially when it's something positive. Fuck all the other YouTube voices that want to criticize the franchise belt. Fuck all that. If you have an opportunity to take everything that's in the room, every fucking thing, you do it. You do it famously and you move the fuck on. You do your photo op, you rub it in their motherfucking face like makeup, and you keep that shit moving. Trap media, he's not Floyd. That's not him. I don't understand what you're saying. Self be true. That he's not Floyd. That's not him. Major Key in the building. On deck. What's good with you? That makes no sense. Gets all the belts. He would be the first undisputed with the franchise belt. If you say so. If you say so. That makes no sense. Get all the belts. He would be able to be the first undisputed with the franchise belt. That's what I'm saying, Trap Media. I didn't understand your comment at first. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying Kambosos is undisputed, just like the WBC is saying he's undisputed, right? But what I'm saying for Devin, just because you don't like it and it's been frowned upon, and that was a hindrance. That was almost like a hindrance that was prohibiting you from moving forward. Not just in the division, but in boxing, period. It basically put you in a shadow of criticism, bro. People wasn't even respecting you like that because they say your belt didn't mean shit. Well, guess what? You get that open door. You walk through that motherfucker. You go in the ring, fight a smart fight, beat Kambosos' ass, and you'll be the first in the lightweight division, the first in the sport of boxing. You will stand in a halo all by yourself, because it would have been no one in the sport of boxing that would have done what you've been able to accomplish. That means you took the franchise belt, you had the WBC on down to the ring, all the way to the WBO. You would have had lineal, every fucking thing. You would be by yourself, bro. You would separate yourself from everybody in boxing. That's what you need to slingshot your career in the right direction. Because right now, this bullshit with all the booing and stuff, and you know what I'm saying? Booing in hometown just for fun. You need to nip that shit in the bud. You need to find something to rub in their motherfucking face, dog. Real talk, Devin. I know you and Bill out here grinding for respect. Y'all out here grinding for an avenue where you can drive down that motherfucking people up there waving like, damn, okay, there go the champ. You want them to do that shit in the arena too. When you standing to walk in, they cheering your ass on, man. You take every fucking thing. Just dump that mentality, bro. Like, that's as much as I can tell you, man. Dump the motherfucking mentality that everybody has, because that mentality came strictly from you not being able to fight Teofimo Lopez. So now the TO, the person that you call a fraud, right, has lost his belt. It has nothing else to do with you. He chose his mandatory over you. Boom, he's out the picture. Cambosa's in the ring with you. Go out there and clean him and petition for the franchise and wipe him butt naked, dog. Wipe the motherfucking lightweight division butt naked. You have every belt in the division. That's the only thing I can tell you, bro. If you don't want to franchise that belt and leave it out there, and then people say that was stupid, how much the franchise belt has done him harm in his boxing career, how much the franchise belt has stalled you out, Devin, and you gonna leave that bitch for somebody else? No, bring that hoe along. She been fucking with you. Bring her along. Come on, man. Bring that motherfucker. Come on. It's a change of ownership. Take the franchise title. It's going to have to be sooner or later where they're going to talk about the franchise. Just give it like 1 or 2 years. They're going to talk about the franchise title. Just give it 1 or 2 years. And then you can see your name up there and say, well, it's only one, to be honest with you, it's only one person that's ever been able to accomplish being a franchise. I mean, clearly the undisputed champion with all the belts. We're talking about the coveted WBC world title. We're talking about the franchise title. We're talking about the WBA, the IBF, the WBO, the ring, the lineal. It's only one person ever in boxing to be a part of something like that. So then now you can see for yourself if Mauricio Sulaiman really is fucking with you. Because if you're able to accomplish something like that, he's going to praise the shit out of you. He's going to give you mad promo, more than what you had before you got the franchise title. And that's why I'm trying to persuade you to get this shit. Because look how Mauricio is treating you with your own title right now. So if he's praising these other two fighters as being, when they having a franchise belt, you get it and see where you at in boxing. You can see if Mauricio is all about Devin Haney or he don't give a fuck about you, dog. Soak in all that shit. Get every title. Then you'll find out how Mauricio Sulaiman truly is to the core. If he supports you and he's up here praising like, wow, this is the first and probably the only time potentially that we will have this bookmark in history that goes down in the boxing annals. Devin the Dream Haney holding all the titles at lightweight, the first to ever do it with the franchise and the WBC world title. I mean, but then again, I could be asking too much because people's like, accolades don't matter. Accolades don't matter. Fuck the belts. In certain cases, it does seem like belts don't matter. But in your case, these belts do matter because they pretty much start for quite some. It's time to take. Andrew Charles on deck. What's good with you? I'm moving on, man. Cruz. So Isaac Cruz goes in here and lose the decision, right? And shout out to Isaac Cruz, man. You're a beast, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're a beast. I wish I know you speak English. I know you do. But like Canelo, you don't want to give it to the fans just yet. You want to wait until you grow. I get it. He knows English. Don't think these Mexicans don't know English. When I used to be in California, I used to see kids that was bilingual. Kids. They knew English and Spanish. Kids, bro. So I know Isaac Cruz knows English. But anyway, salute to him for going in there and putting on a damn good performance, an A-level performance against Gervonta Davis. When it comes down to it, injuries do happen in an all-out battle like this. You know what I'm saying? You got two bulls in there. You got a tank and you got a pit bull, right? And, injuries do happen. People shouldn't brush it off like it's impossible. If Tank said his hand was hurt. But you have to accredit Isaac Cruz for his forward motion, his activity, his persistence, bro. This dude is to be respected. This is a future star in the sport, Isaac Cruz. I know a lot of people out there. It's a lot of scenario based, hypotheticals that's out there. What if Isaac Cruz, fight Haney? Could Haney be able to keep Cruz off of him? Could he be able to do this, that, and the other? If he fought George Kambosos, could Kambosos last in there with Isaac Cruz? Being that he took Gervonta's power punches, and also he was defensively disciplined. You know what I'm saying? They keep showing the highlight of how he protected. He had his earmuffs on, and the same freaking uppercut damn near simulation that knocked out Leo Santa Cruz. Isaac Cruz proved to the audience that he's been doing his fucking homework. He blocked that shit with his right glove, man. Even though he still felt the power a little bit, that shit was softened by, ricocheting off his glove, bouncing off his glove. So you have to give him praise for that shit. But in the aftermath, Isaac Cruz is basically saying this about Gervonta Davis. He says, seems like the excuses are plenty right now. Cruz said during his post-fight conference. I fought with bruised knuckles also, but I did not make excuses. I fought the way I fought. He fought the way he fought. There shouldn't be any excuses. The fight was the way it was. Our best achievement really was the surprise. I had never seen Gervonta Davis that way. Passive, almost afraid. Really? We were able to take him out of his comfort zone. You know how I know I hurt him? He said, you know how I know I hurt him? He was trying to grab me when he was hurt, and it was evident. Listen, who am I to sit up here and say, well, he said, Cruz, don't come up here and talk shit about Gervonta. No, bro, it's boxing. Hey, it's good both ways, shawty, for real. Cruz can have bragging rights to go in there post-fight and talk his shit about Gervonta. I don't have nothing to say about that. Talk your shit, bro. Because I still think Gervonta beats you in a rematch. Almost the worst thing you can do, Cruz, is be a last-minute opponent, and you're able to come in there and fight Gervonta, who was training for a different opponent, and give him that fight camp that he's looking for to train for you. He's going to come in much better than he did that fight. You just a wrecking house, man. Like you damn near what they call it, mobile artillery equipment. Isaac Cruz can be another dimension of a tank, a tactical mobile vehicle, because he has that TNT, man. The way his TNT happened, it may not be as explosive right off the rip like Gervonta, but he will break you down with the pressure, degrade you, and then he's gonna come brutal. It's gonna become brutal from there on. He's gonna torture you with the pressure. He's gonna stalk you. He's gonna degrade you. He's gonna dig into your body. He's basically gonna punch you into submission. And if you're still on your feet, then that's when the knockout's gonna come. It's not like Isak Cruz has crazy amount of power. He doesn't. But his tenacious type of pressure that he puts on his opponent is relentless. The man has lungs. Inside those lungs is diesel fuel. That dude has a gas tank, dog. He has a gas tank equal to any other freaking boxer in the lightweight division. Seriously. He has a gas tank leveled to everybody else in that division that you would consider the top name. I even would like to see Isak Cruz fight Ryan Lion Garcia. I would love to see that fight. And make it near Cinco de Mayo, too. It would be nothing greater to see him get slapped on Cinco de Mayo, man. That'd be a good fight. But he goes on to say, Isak Cruz goes on to say, I'm very happy for the way that I fought against a top-notch opponent. The fans got a great show. I'm glad you were able to entertain in a way that made for a great fight, said Cruz. He's a hard puncher, that's for sure. Prepared well as you saw. He didn't do it. He stood up to him just fine for 12 rounds. Davis immediately stopped any notion of a potential rematch, Cruz rematch, by proclaiming hell no to the thought of a sequel. I can't explain it. It's crazy. How do you go from someone that he didn't know at 135 to someone he wants to avoid at all costs for a rematch? It's absolutely astounding, said Cruz. If I had knocked him down, perhaps I would have won the fight. Now, you know damn well, if you would have knocked Gervonta down, it would have took for you to stump on his head or something for you to win that fight or something. I don't know. But I didn't see you winning the fight regardless. You know? Like, you put on a good show, but I just didn't see you walking up out of there with the victory. That's all. I'm not saying it would have been like a Rolly Romero's Jackson Marinez, but I'm just saying like Tank is a cash cow. He does have a lot of pull over there at PBC. He does have support system. I mean, I'm talking about a deep support system behind him over there at PBC with Al Heyman. It's all good that Isak Cruz. You know what I'm saying? It's all good to just, story tell about it. But I seriously doubt you would have walked out of there the winner, big dog. But when it comes down to it, would I want to see another fight with Gervonta Davis and Isak Cruz? Yeah, somewhere down the line, but I don't want to see it next year because I really feel just like Floyd Mayweather did the Argentinian OG Marcus Maidana. He made that shit look easy in the rematch. Easy. He made it look easy in the rematch. And I feel Tank will be the same way. Tank will make this fight look easy because Cruz is still growing in the sport, man. He's still growing. I'm just curious to know what levels is awaiting. What levels await for Isak Cruz? I don't know, man. Does he have another level, or he just gonna bang it out? Does he have another level? That's all I'm saying. Does he have another level? Because it's not like he doesn't have a 1 on his record right now. He took a loss already. Just like Canelo took a loss to Floyd early in his career. He took a loss already. Not the same circumstance, so to speak. I know Cruz is younger than Gervonta, but I'm saying he took a loss. If so, are you asking me, do I want to see this fight again? No, not really at all. Man, shout out to my man Willie Lowe on deck, man. What it do, Willie? You been feeling, bro? He said, what's up, my brother? Smashing the like button while in recovery. Had nerve block. Done surgery. Black proceed. What? But went okay, I guess. I'm just checking in just to say what's up. I ain't know that, bro, man. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you speedy recovery, man. Blessings to you and prayers, bro. I had that same shit done, Willie. I know exactly what you're talking about. I had the same shit done. I know exactly what you're talking about. I had the nerve test done all the way to the bottom of my feet, from my back to my foot. That shit sucked. But man, hope you get better than everything, bro. Prayers to you. Real talk. That back ain't no joke, bro. Shout out to Sean Gibbons. Shout out to Sean Gibbons. Sean Gibbons, man, he's one of them guys behind the scene. He do not play, dog. Sean Gibbons. If you never met Sean Gibbons, man, he's a good drop, dog. Did it make you walk and feel better, fam? I mean, everybody's body is different. You talking about, everything I did in the military and all the wear and tear I had on that. Everybody body is different. But what I will say is, recovery, do your rehab and all that. And I'm guessing with that you had a fusion. I'll definitely hit you up. I hit you up tomorrow, bro. I'm not gonna mess with you, call you up tonight. Only if you up. But yeah, I'll talk to you offline about that. Yeah, I'll definitely talk to you offline about that. I just wanted to start back running to lose more weight. Yeah, you got to give it time, bro. I will have to see what exactly the procedure was. That's all. I have to see what the procedure was. Sean Givens is expecting a bright future for the 20-year-old boxer. Gibbons said PBC head Al Heyman was ecstatic about the fight Cruz put on. That's why we fight the fight, said Gibbons. We don't fight them on paper. We don't fight them on Twitter. We fight them in the ring. He don't need a belt to be a winner. That man was a winner. Okay, I know Sean Gibbons is advocating for his fighter, but I do not believe that Isaac Cruz won that fight. But he doing what he's supposed to. He goes on to say, "Did I tell you or did I tell you? A new Mexican star was going to be born." And that's exactly what happened tonight. I'm proud to be able to perform like that, said Cruz. Whoever give me a chance, I'm ready for whatever. Now that I believe, whoever gives him a chance, I'm ready for whatever. I believe that from Cruz. I believe wholeheartedly whoever gives him a chance, he'll fight him. But I'm just curious to see if he has a different level. Does Isaac Cruz have a different level that we can say, wow, I never seen him fight like that before? Does he have that Stephen Fulton level when we seen him step in there with Angelo Leo? Does he have the capability of stepping in there a fighter that's equal or more skilled than he is, like a Brandon Figueroa, to be able to fight a style fight like that? You know what I'm saying? He showed that he can go the distance. You know what I'm saying? He was in there with Tank. But you have to take in consideration big time that Tank had a different opponent. I'm not saying Isaac Cruz wasn't in training camp. I'm saying that he was training for Rolly Romero, somebody who he's familiar with. He wasn't really familiar with no dang Cruz. So if he has a full fight camp to train for Cruz, dog, you getting beat again. You're not touching him. From what I heard, Gervonta had a leg injury too. You're not gonna get that close to him. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a shutout this time, a definitive shutout, dog. Period. Like, you still have growth. I get it, man. You're innately gifted there, Isaac Cruz. You hungry. You got down. You have mad confidence and courage. You ain't no punk. But I'm just curious to know if you have a different level, because I've seen you fight. And now that you stepped in there with somebody like Tank, what is the next level outside? What can you bring back to the ring outside of the Tank fight? Can you basically surpass that performance that you did with Tank? That's my only question. Next, Lomachenko versus Shakur Stevenson. Vasily Lomachenko versus Shakur Stevenson has been talked about a lot lately with Bob Arum. Like I said, don't believe too much. You have to pick and choose what you believe in boxing media. But we heard that Lomachenko said he wants to fight with Kambosos. It takes me back to when we was pretty much hoping that Teofimo Lopez would fight Devin Haney, right? But then Bob Arum came out and said he was trying to make Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko. And we was like, hold up. I thought we was close to making Haney Lopez, but now Arum said he wants Lopez Lomachenko. Okay, that shit went to hell. That shit went to bed with all delays and everything. So they had to pick up a fight for Lomachenko. Now it's Richard Comey. You know what I'm saying? So recently, we was trying to find out what the hell Kambosos wanted to do post and who his next opponent could possibly be. I told you he wasn't really thinking about Devin Haney like that. He was kind of waiting on Lomachenko. And further as the days go long, you know what I'm saying? It became to the point where people are talking and talking, and then they say, well, what about Lomachenko? Lomachenko is a very high risk for you. Very, very high skill fighter. he has mad experience. And, for you to walk in there and stick to your word by not taking no soft touches, Lomachenko will be a tough fight. I believe Kambosos at this point is thinking Devin Haney is food. But let me get back to the point with Lomachenko, Shakur Stevenson. With all that said, with all the scrambling around and stuff, now Bob Arum is talking about potentially making Shakur Stevenson Lomachenko in 22. But the word has it that Stevenson is pretty much standing firm on Lomachenko moving down to 130 and facing him for his WBO title. He's standing firm that he's going to be the A side. Though that's acting entitled, you know what I'm saying? That's overemphasizing what you've been able to accomplish so far. Because listen, we can't sit up here and look at a fighter at one point that's supposed to be the greatest. I'm talking about at what he's doing. And he's giving all this praise, Lomachenko. And then just because he's getting old, you act like, oh, there's no way they can be the A side. Now you look at the picture and you marvel at what Floyd Mayweather was able to do in his boxing career. God damn. Take a knee and bow. This man was damn near 40 years old, still making money, still getting respect. So when it comes to Lomachenko, Shakur Stevenson can't sit up here and say he's the A side. Dude was damn unified at lightweight. He's a 3-weight champion there, Stevenson. You can't say just because he's coming down there to fight you for your belt, he's supposed to be the B side. That I don't agree with, because these fighters, just because they age a little bit, what the fuck is going on here? Like, what is going on? Like, you just wanted to expunge all of what a fighter's done, and just because they're old in their career with no titles, you want to say, okay, I'm gonna be the A side, they're gonna be the B side. But anyway, Bob Arum say the fight may potentially happen. But I don't see Lomachenko capitulating like that. I just don't see him doing that shit. I don't see Lomachenko capitulating to Stevenson to drop down to 130 and placate the idea of fighting him at the WBO for the WBO title at 130. Even though he made it mention that he was willing to go down to the 130 at one point, Lomachenko said he was willing to do that. So I don't really feel sorry for him going to 130, because he said he was going to go down there. He may have wanted to go down and face Gervonta at the time, but Gervonta isn't down there anymore. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how that plays out, man. Because just because Bob Arum say that shit doesn't mean it's going to be February, March. You can cancel that. I'll be surprised that fight pop up. Oh, March, April. This fight pops up. Lomachenko versus Stevenson for the WBO. I mean, it'd be a good name on Stevenson's resume. It'd be you know what I'm saying? It'll be the biggest name on his resume. Absolutely. I would have rather seen him get a shot at Valdez, but you know, one thing we know about boxing, the bad shop is never short on supplies because we go duck hunting all the time over in this sport. I'm saying we got people join the Duck Masters Coalition all the time. That's why the Bass Pro Shops stay busy. It's duck season. It's duck season. It's duck season for real. My boy E40. Quack a quack, duck, duck. My boy E40. Quack a lack a duck, duck. It's duck season in this boxing game. Man. But we'll see what Bob Arum's talking about. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Do I want to see that fight? Yeah, I definitely want to see Shakur. And if I think he is, you know, the future of boxing in a big way, he's already a two-weight champion, dog. And it's only a matter of time before Shakur make the announcement he's coming up to 135. I doubt Shakur Stevenson is going to be at 130 in 2023. If everything goes right, he stay injury free. I seriously doubt he stays down at 130 all the way to 2023 with no indication that he's moving up to 135. I just don't see that at all, people. So keep your eyes tuned for that shit. Next is Andrade. Demetrius Andrade, however you want to call him, Demetrius Andrade, okay? Word has broke that he's vacating his title to move up to 168 to become Canelo's mandatory. That's awesome. You know what I'm saying? That's awesome. We can see two things or not. One, he gets the title shot. You know what I'm saying? He gets the title shot. And we get to see Demetrius Andrade, which everybody has all this praise for, and he's underrated, and he's just good fighter. We get to see the man, the myth, the fucking legend, dog. Demetrius Andrade is one of those guys, the man, the myth, the legend. Because he has absolutely been casted. He's been freaking ostracized. He needs a name on his resume. The man's a two-weight champion. So if indeed he's willing to make that move, I praise Demetrius Andrade for that. Because that's better than some people that's in his position. You know what I'm saying? It's better than some. Like if Demetrius is willing to vacate and move up to 168 to possibly get a shot at Canelo, that's the way you do it. Not making all these excuses like Jamal Charlo and all this other shit. Because he was going to be my next topic. But, you know, since you know, they're in the same division right now, I'm going to mention it. Jamal Charlo is saying that Canelo, he was trying to get Canelo for Christmas. But it's been on record as saying that they already have sent Jamal Charlo a contract and sent the offer out to Charlo to fight Canelo. And so pretty much like that right now, they saying you snooze, you lose. And then I said, you know what's good for Charlo? Yeah. I'm saying, what's good for Charlo? That's what it's about. Because aren't they the same one holding a damn near decade grudge against Andrade? For him increasing the amount and the fight falling through back then? All this damn dramatic plot that unfolded with Rock Nation? They still holding motherfucking grudge on that shit? That shit is pinned to their forehead. So now, separate yourself. I hope Demetrius Andrade move up. I hope Canelo allows him the opportunity to fight. I hope Canelo finally gives him the opportunity. If Canelo vacates the belt, then we'll just say that was a duck. That was a duck for Canelo. He didn't want to fight Andrade. But his Mexican fan base would get on here and say, that's Canelo Alvarez. He can do what he wants. I don't know why y'all hating. That is Canelo Alvarez. Cinnamon. He can do what he wants. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna just be giving him justice, dog. These motherfuckers gonna be outside with a candlelight and they mobile phones in the air with the flashlight on, waving it back and forth. Canelo can do what he wants. Canelo can do what he wants. He's the boxing messiah. Place him on his own throne in the pantheon of boxing. There is only one. You know what I'm saying? They'll advocate the shit out of that. Now, I would encourage Jamal Charlo to move up to 168 too. Fuck it. Get off the WBC, move up to damn 168. Then it makes it real interesting. You have Benavidez up there, you have Canelo, and you have so many fights that's available. Demetrius Andrade, if you move up there, let's go. Get the fuck up out of there in 160 and leave Triple G there being a mannequin like he's been for a while. Leave him standing over there. Big drama. Big drama show. Anybody here? Hello? Leave his ass by himself, bro. Yola Morales been out the sport for like 5 years already. This motherfucker's been kicking up. Probably up there looking like Jarrell Miller and shit. All of a sudden, they make a fight and the shit get postponed. They get postponed, dog. I mean, Canelo is not getting any younger. So Jamal Charlo, get the fuck out of 160, drop the belt, go up to 68. Because Canelo is not obliging you down at 160, bro. Get the fuck out of that division. Andrade, do what you got to do, bro. Free up those titles. That's all I'm saying. Free Hoover on deck, man. What's good with you? Man, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, man. Let's make decisions. Let's be decision makers here, man. Be the commander of your own ship, god damn it. Andrade say he vacating. Vacate that motherfucker, man. Hopefully you can get that same love that other fighters get as a mandatory when it comes down to it. I hope so. I hope they able to, give you that fight. I hope he doesn't vacate. Because if he vacates there, Andrade, and you fight for the vacant, you're going to be in the same position you are. Slightly. You're going to be a 3-weight champion, but yet you're going to be without that name Canelo Alvarez on your career. And check this out. If Demetrius Andrade goes in there and fight Canelo Alvarez, it's obviously going to be the biggest payday of his career. But it's going to absolutely be the biggest fight of his motherfucking career. And not to mention if he goes in there and defeats him. If Demetrius Andrade goes in there and outboxes and defeat Canelo Alvarez, man, come on, dog. That goes without saying. We don't even have to beautify that shit. We don't have to beautify it. It is what it is. Everybody knows it. But a lot of people are going to say, man, please, Demetrius is a joke. He's a horrible fighter. Canelo said that. He's just looking for a payday. Well, guess what? What if he goes in there and kind of shocks the boxing community like Isaac Cruz did with Gervonta Davis? What if he's actually very competitive? What if Demetrius Andrade has been boxing to the level of his competition thus far? What if he takes it to another level against Canelo Alvarez? And I know it's a lot of what ifs and all this other shit, and I'm totally against that myself. But in this case, what if Demetrius Andrade actually shows up and shows out and put on the best performance ever? Because he's in there with the best fighter that he's ever graced a square with. Hey, it's possible, y'all. Dion Washington on deck. What's good, man? How you feeling there, Dion? Cruz threw a wrench in 135 the other night. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. People need to understand. Hey, I told people, I say, I like Cruz before he stepped in there. I seen him fight already. I like this mentality. Dude's a motherfucking animal, man. Cruz gives you everything that you want. You know what I'm saying? He gives you everything you want, appearance-wise, to say, don't fuck with me. He gives you that. You can look at him and know that he's not the dude that you run up on and say, "Oh, this is gonna be easy." He's the type of dude motherfuckers will scope out. They look from a distance. They come to one another. Hey, you think we should do it? No, that's ain't no amigo. That's Eastside Cruz, man. He look like he'll fuck us up, amigo. Shit, fuck that shit, pendejo. No, no, no. Them motherfuckers be talking from a distance when they pull up on Eastside Cruz. No, no, amigo, not me, not me. I don't like getting ass whoopings for free. I'll rob somebody else. Hoover said we have a better chance of seeing Bud versus Spence than Andrade versus Canelo. I don't know, man. As much as I want to lean, lean towards that Bud and Spence, I don't know. I mean, it seems that way, Hoover. It does seem that it's possible. But the only fight we see right now for Canelo Alvarez heading into 22 is with Makabu. So he goes in there and fight Makabu. Let's just say, he defeats Makabu, right? Who else is it? It'd be perfect for Andrade to move up to 68 and take that fight on the back end of 22. That'd be perfect. That'd be perfect. Bud and Spence, we have no indication on where the compass is pointing, dog. We have no idea, dog. We don't have no idea. The compass is not even active right now. The lights are off, and you know what I'm saying? It's like those of you that's in the South that grew up, and you know how you seen them lightning bugs? They flicker and shit at night. They flicker. You say, "Oh, that's cool." You used to catch them lightning bugs in your hand and see it flickering in your hand and let it go and all that other shit. That's how I look at the Spence and Crawford fight. They're like lightning bulbs. It flickers for conversation over here on YouTube, but that's about it. That's about it. We don't have any other destination. We don't have anything that we can mark on the calendar. We want to give it hope. All right, because I definitely want to see Bud go in there and defeat Errol Spence easily. I really want that fight. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter the dictionary, the encyclopedias of thumbnails and lives that's done on this. Don't waste your time no more. You know what I'm saying? Crawford gonna whoop that ass. Watch. That's if you want to talk about a fighter who don't have levels. Errol Spence don't have levels. He don't. He don't have levels. So let me not get off the subject because I don't want people getting personal. Big fan of Andrade's fighting style. Yeah, him making a move, dog. I'm not a big fan of Andrade. I'm gonna be honest. Hoover say no matter what Andrade does, Redhead not giving him a shot. You know what I'm saying? That's highly possible, bro. That's highly possible. We have a better. I read that Dion said Cruz made himself the third best lightweight the other night. So he made himself the third. Who's the second? Who's the second, Dion? Who's the second? I'm just curious to know who you have as the second. If he's the third best lightweight, who do you have as the second? Just curious. And you better not say any Cambosis and shit. And I know you don't have Cambosis knowing. I'm gonna give y'all I'm gonna give you a preliminary. I'm gonna give you how you put it. I'm gonna break the news early on Cambosis. I think he'll one hit wonder, dog. I think Cambosis is a one hit wonder. I think Cambosis is no better than Saddam Ali, dog. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think he's a one hit wonder. A one hit wonder. Yes, he is. He's a one hit wonder. Yes, he is. I think he's a one hit wonder, dog. Should I give him Jeff Horn? Should I give Kambosos a Jeff Horn? I don't know, man. I don't know if I can even. I just believe that George Kambosos is a one hit wonder. Now it'll be fucked up that he's out there in NYC this week. And look, I'm not gonna sit up here and lie to you. If he's out in NYC next week, I promise you all, I'm going to get the interview. I am. And you know what I'm gonna ask him? I'm gonna ask him just what I'm talking about on here. How do you what do you believe moving forward that you have to do to convince the boxing fans that you're not a one-hit wonder? What do you have to do to convince us that you're not a one-hit wonder? Because a lot of people are believing that you're a one-hit wonder. And then he said, "Oh, for real? I never heard that. I never heard that anybody say that I'm a one-hit wonder." Yeah, they've been saying that shit, George. I was like, damn, you know. And then he gonna say, "So, what do you go by, Scotty WCS? Where do you go? Just call me Scotty. Well, Scotty, what did you think? You think I'm a one-hit wonder?" I was like, "Where you want me to be honest? Yeah, I think you're one hit wonder there, George. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that you cannot go in there and, you know, defeat a Gervonta Davis, but it's highly unlikely. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm just putting it out there. It's highly unlikely that you defeat Gervonta Davis. I think he cleans you out because he'll probably ask me why. And I'll say, listen, you got dropped in the later rounds by Teofimo Lopez, dog. Later in the fight, you got dropped. What you gonna do? Go in there and box Gervonta? Man, he knocks you off. And then it's highly possible you can get outboxed by Devin Haney if he fights the fight that he fought, and he's able to weather the first half of the fight without getting caught with that overhand right. I just don't see the promise in George Kambosos um amid what he's been able to accomplish with the titles. That's all. He might be the Jeff Horn. He might be the Saddam Ali. He just might, though. He's been on the canvas. He's been on the canvas, man. Kambosos equal Jeff Horn. Hoover say if Loma beats Comey, you think Bob will try and steal the Kambosos fight? I truly believe so. I truly believe that Bob putting this Shakur Stevenson fight out here is smoke and mirrors, man. Because it's picking up. Like one thing about Top Rank, let's be clear. One thing about Top Rank, they hate for news to get out ahead of time before they post it. They hate that shit. That's why Bob Arum loves to post shit out there. Some of that shit is what you call a deterrent. You know what I'm saying? It's just a deterrent, and some of it is truth. But usually, if Bob is bringing something out that he wants you to hear, it's hard for you to gauge. Like, is he telling the truth? Is it going to happen? What the hell's going on? Because Top Rank, they hate their news. They hate news coming out before they post it, before they start promoting it. They hate it. They don't like that at all. I know that for a fact. So when it comes down to Bob Arum swooping in there and trying to get that Kambosos fight, hell yeah. He just trying to throw that damn Shakur Stevenson shit out here. Like it's possible for the first fight. Man, come on. Shakur Stevenson is saying he got to come to 130. How are you going to convince Lomachenko? How are you going to convince him to move down the weight class and basically enter the ring, the B side? How? That doesn't even make any sense, period. So you just slide that off the table for a little bit and think about Vasily Lomachenko and George Kambosos. People will go see that fight. But see, I know people are gonna say, "Well, what about Haney?" Yeah, what about Haney? I want to see that fight too. But he's with Matchroom. He's with Matchroom. Javante Davis is not going to be in the ring anytime soon. And we have to wait and see what the medical findings are on his injured hand and his leg. We have to find out what that is. So the only remaining ones, which I hate to say it, is that seagull, Ryan Lion Garcia. He's flying over and shit, trying to shit on people. You know what I'm saying? We got that seagull, Ryan Lion Garcia, flying above. You know them seagulls, goddammit. They can be a nuisance sometime. That's the only Mexican seagull I know, man. Ryan is just flying over there shitting on people. Oh, you know you ain't gonna do shit. You look bad. You barely won a fight, and da da da. This is the same guy who was damn near laying on his back against Luke Campbell. But yet now, Garcia is dogging out Javante. That's his target. He's become infatuated with that, man. Garcia has become infatuated with Tank Davis. He's became infatuated somehow, some way. How can you all of a sudden become infatuated when you dropped the fight? You dropped all talks of the fight to have an exhibition with Manny Pacquiao. How the fuck you can be this early in your career and you want to have an exhibition fight? Oh, I get it. I get it. I get it. No need to drop any answers in the live chat. I get it. The reason why Ron Lyon Garcia believes he can do that is because he feels entitled. This dude is making a movie. All right. I told you all back in the day that he's not going to be in boxing long. So to keep his name relevant, he has to call out someone that really has that heat behind them. And right now, Javante Davis, he has that effect. PPV, he's hot. He has that heat. You know what I'm saying? The barometer is hot for Javante Davis in boxing. So in order for Ryan Garcia to keep his name relevant, while he out there, you know what I'm saying, remembering lines and getting makeup, putting on lip gloss, he got to make a video. Oh, Javante, you ain't shit, and da da da. You look like shit. You're never gonna be shit. Blah blah blah. Man, nobody's believing that. So be careful about Seagull Ryan Lion Garcia, bro. Because what seagulls are known for is to fly around and shit on people, and then act like nothing happened. They'll motherfucking land right by you and just look around like, I'm not the one who did that. Don't look at me. You shouldn't have wore no motherfucking nice shit out here. You know we out here all the time. Don't wear no nice shit out here. ESP Cruz beat George Kambosos. I like to see that fight though. Real talk. Real talk. I like to see that Cruz versus Kambosos, but not right now. Not right now. I want to see the Haney first, then Lomachenko. Javante's injured, so we have to exclude him. But yeah, I don't want to see no Ryan Garcia versus Kambosos. That's not gonna sell tickets like that. I don't give a fuck what nobody thinking about his AI, his artificial intelligence, 9 million followers or whatever. I don't care nothing about that shit because people on YouTube are paying for their views and streams and the subscribers, dog. Come on, bro. You think Ryan Lion Garcia ain't doing that shit too? ESPN wants Roman to get his belts back. It's possible that Hoover, you might be on to something. Of course, Bob would love for Loman to have his belts back. Of course. Then he can set up another fight. Now that he has the transfer slip, the verbal transfer slip of Teofimo Lopez moving up to 140, of course he would love for them titles to come back in the ownership of Lomachenko. Yes, indeed, bro. Rolling needs to knock Ryan off the map. I really don't think that Ryan Garcia would cater to Rolly like that. That's a dangerous fight for Ryan. Like he knows Javante's a dangerous fight, but Javante has more Wall Street, so he's definitely gonna go where the money's at. That's what he's gonna do. He's gonna go where the money at. Now, for Rolly Romero, we all know he ain't did no damn numbers. He ain't selling out a motherfucking Porta John. I mean, I'm just being honest. But I would like to see him in there with somebody so he can prove that he's better than what we seen before, dog. Oh, damn, I can't get Rolling no motherfucking like just the way he talk alone. I, I just can't co-sign. I just can't sit up here and say, you know what? Eh, I'm up here squinting my eyes like, you know how you stick your index finger in your mouth in between your teeth and you bite on like, I'm trying to make this decision. I don't even have to do that with Rolly. Fuck it. Just for the part of brutality and punishment. Yeah, I would like to see him go in there with Ryan Garcia, but besides that, the only time I was really looking forward because Gervonta and Rolly, man, he was saying he can knock him out. Rolly is proven to have a decent chin. Now, in the post fight, in the wash, now in the wash of Cruz Davis, Rolly would have been interesting because Rolly has a chin too. He don't have the boxing discipline of an Isak Cruz, but he has a chin. And Rolly's gonna make that shit dirty. Dirty. He's gonna give you goddamn elbows, forearms, knuckles. He's gonna give you the entire bone structure of his arm. Everything. Shoulder, tricep. He's gonna give you everything. And then in the clinch, he might even give you some goddamn teeth. Like Mike Tyson. Seriously, he might bite your ass. And then give you that look like, I didn't even know. What are you talking about, man? My mouthpiece fell out. I was trying to put my mouthpiece back in. Because we all know. You remember that time when Floyd Mayweather was fighting Marcus Maidana, right? And they was in the clinch, and Floyd was leaning on Maidana and putting his glove over his damn mouth when the ref wasn't looking. And Maidana bit Floyd Mayweather. I swear to God, Floyd's voice was falsetto like a motherfucker. Look, I've been living too long to even emulate that sound. But he was literally, oh my God, man. That falsetto was high pitched, man. It sounded like a woman who was getting her purse snatched. And Madonna's like, don't put your hand over my mouth. What the fuck? Nah, dude. Where I'm come from, this all means necessary, dog. Madonna bit his ass, dog. That shit was hilarious, man. Damn. That shit was hilarious. Damn. Anyway. That's what it is, people. I mean, that's pretty much let me go back up here before I get on my boy. It's fight week, man. New York is about to light up. I do have some names that I definitely want to get an interview with while I'm there. It's gonna be aggressive media week, man. You know what I'm saying? I have everything I need to go over there. So pretty much, as always, I'm definitely looking forward, my boy Michael Williams Jr. to get this win with John Bowser. Because after that, if you haven't heard, he's going to the police academy. His parents are in law enforcement, fugitive recovery type stuff. And Michael Williams Jr. after this fight is going to be embedded in police academy. Not for the entire year, but he's going to have to carry on afterwards. He passed the police academy. After that, he's going to have to basically put in a certain amount of hours. I don't know the whole routine, but we definitely looking forward to this fight with Bowser. It's do or die at the end of the day. It's the biggest fight for both of these guys, and it's gonna go down. You know what I'm saying? Period. That's all I gotta say about it. So, going out there to support Team Williams and also try to pick up as much interviews as possible. I did get word that some other fighters is gonna be out there. You know what I'm saying? I don't make promises, but this one particular fighter that might be on deck to support his boy. Oh, I'm definitely gonna ask him. I'm definitely, yes, sir. I'm definitely, You know who I'm talking about too. It's definitely going down. And of course, Roy Jones is going to be out there. Of course, we there's going to be plenty of footage of Roy Jones and the team, talking. I got some big questions for Roy. You know what I'm saying? I got some big questions. Roy Jones has his own stable of fighters that's coming up to the boxing ranks in Russia and the US. He's still the trainer for Chris Eubanks Jr. You know what I'm saying? He has Michael Williams Jr. Also, he has um Andrew Murphy, Team Lightning. Andrew is a 168 pounder. I swear to God. Remember I told y'all this first because I've been down there and training with Andrew when he was an amateur, right? I've been to Roy's place. Shout out to Andrew Murphy. Y'all need to follow this cat, right? Look, listen to me. It's not a fighter on this earth. It's not another fighter on this earth that comes close. I'm not saying mirroring the speed and the movement of Roy, right? But emulating his fighting style. He hasn't quite grown into the full package, not just yet. Because Roy did some amazing things when he was boxing. But believe me when I tell you this about Andrew. Andrew has he's the closest fighter on this earth that you'll see to Roy Jones Jr. And he's still growing. And he's a young dude too. Like I think he's like 21, 21, 22. When I tell you that's a white Roy Jones, that's a white Roy Jones, dog. You heard it from me first. All right. Because ain't nobody else fucking with Andrew like that on this YouTube shit. So if they want to sit up here and pick up on it, okay, cool. Cool. It's all good. It's media. But I'm telling you, this dude got a future in boxing. I done seen him stop sparring partners. Believe it. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen it. So he's building up his career right now. This dude is a white Roy Jones, dog. The way he move, the way he bring the crowd, like the crowd actually fuck with this dude. Like they fuck with Andrew, dog. They fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? The way he walk, his mannerisms, the way he talk. Roy treat Andrew like he's a son. He's been hanging around Roy like it's cool. He listen like a motherfucker, man. Dude can punch. He's legit. He's just not official yet when it comes to boxing because he's still increasing his level of competition. But he's a white Roy Jones, dog. That back and forth, you know how Roy walks and he goes, side to side. He got that shit down the way he talk. Cause sometimes I'll tell you, dog, keep your eye out for White Lightning, man. That's his name, White Lightning. It's only a matter of time. And definitely keep your eye out this weekend for Michael Williams Jr. Michael Williams Jr. fan base is just incredible. Look, outside the top rank, they got no love for whatever reason from promo. It's not because of Michael Williams. I'll tell you after this weekend why. Okay? I'm not gonna tell you ahead of time because you got haters on here and all this other shit. But they had their own look. This is how Team Williams do it. They went to the radio station. Roy Jones, was up there. He actually gave them an exclusive to the new album that's dropping and shit like that. They had open media day in North Carolina. Also, they had open sparring. Michael Williams Jr., they had open sparring. They did all that shit in their hometown. They had a damn good turnout, y'all. That's how you do it. When you don't get the promo from the promotion, you know what I'm saying? You go up here in your hometown, you're local. Man, the team is going to be deep in NYC. We've been on the phone man, look, people that stay up in NYC is going to be coming down there. It's going to be sick this weekend, man. Ready for whatever. Period. You know what made me like Rolly? His last fight, the ref took a point from him for fighting dirty, and Rolly immediately knocked his opponent down and took his point back. That's one way to do it. You know what I'm saying? That's one way to do it, Shawty, for real. Andrew Nice, I've been keeping an eye on him. Yeah, man. Check out Andrew, bro. The White Roy Jones, ESPN will be all over him. I'm telling you, don't say, I know nobody else has put it out there. I put out sparring footage of him previously on here because I was down there. I'm telling you, keep your eye out for Andrew, bro. Keep your eye out. He's around Roy all the time. So much to the point where Roy's mannerisms, if there was a DNA for mannerisms, that shit has somehow bled over into Andrew. Like, dude, I was talking to him in the back down here when he was in the A. I was like, oh shit. That's Roy Jones reincarnated right there, dog. And we go, I hope he in NYC. He might be in NYC, man. If he is, man, it's gonna be hilarious because I'm gonna put him on the round table, dog. We're gonna try to do the round table and shit again. I'm gonna try to have some different people, some of the same people. Showtime shot, Showtime News. He gonna be out there, of course. And then I'm gonna try to bring some more people in this roundtable discussion and talk about some boxing topics. You know what I'm saying? In the process of trying to, stay attuned to the interviews and shit like that. Because the Stewart Hotel is gonna be popping. We're gonna be deep. It's gonna be on. Roy kind of flying under the radar as grooming fighters go. Yeah. Now I'm telling you like this: that Andrew Hoover, all y'all that's in the live chat, Roy Jones Jr. man has an amazing fan base outside of boxing. Like, let me tell you, Floyd's not even doing it like Roy. When I tell you, Floyd's not even doing it like Roy, because Roy, he don't have security around him. So he's more approachable. So if he want to take a picture with you, he will. If not, he won't. But he has his own shit over in Russia. He has his gym down in Pensacola on his property. Man, Roy got so much shit going on right now. When people see Roy show up to a fight, now granted, I have to be honest with myself. If Floyd Mayweather was to show up to some of the fights Roy Jones show up to, people lose their fucking mind. What? What? Is that the one? Oh my God. What? And so I got to retract some of my info. I got to retract. I'm talking about movement. I'm talking about business ventures, that's dealing with boxing, training fighters, and, stuff like that. I don't know, man. I think his notoriety is still up there. But I really have to retract some because Floyd deal with fighters that's up and coming. I mean, Roy. But Floyd, in some of the places that Roy Jones go, I doubt I ever see Floyd Mayweather show up to that unless they pan him like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't see it, dog. I don't see it. It's no way. I don't see it at all. No way. No how. I don't see it. I'm just being truthful. I don't see. I don't see him showing up to a fight card inside a state that's small time and they don't have enough security out there to handle him walking into the building. See, that's the difference between him and Roy. Roy walk up in that motherfucker. People know who he is, but they don't come with the dumb shit at all. They be wanting to take pictures, get an autograph, all that shit. With Floyd, he has some cats that he brought from the caves. Them bitches like 7 to 8 feet tall, 500 pounds and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't get close to him. You see him get out the car, that's it. All you gonna hear is like, hey, Floyd, money. Hey, money. That's it. Roy, he might say, hey, Roy, can I get a picture? You got time to get a picture? He said, all right, quick. Let's go. When you get a picture with him. You know what I'm saying? None of Roy Jones' pictures are ever gonna fetch any money. Too many people got pictures with Roy. It's too many pictures. Look, it's too many people got pictures with Roy. His shit ain't never gonna be fetching no money like that. There's too many out there. Real talk. I seen a TMT fighter that trains with Roy and fights like Roy. He light skinned black dude though. I haven't seen that cat, bro. What's his name? I like to check him out because I don't think I don't. This dude talks like Roy. This dude, he got size, his mannerisms, everything, man. In Russia, they love Roy like they love Putin. For real, man. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it what he just said. I'm gonna leave it at that. Cause that man over there, he is adored in Russia, boy. Shakur about to end Lomachenko's career, bro. That's if they make the fight, though. You know what I'm saying? Shakur Stevenson is putting all these demands up to fight at 130, and like that's Lomachenko. I mean, I'm not a fan of Lomachenko like that. But I'm saying when it comes down to just the criteria and paperwork that Lomachenko has in his boxing career, you have to. You cannot sit up here and act like the man is not a three-weight champion, dog. You cannot deny what he's done, who he's been in the ring with. So to come down and be the lower side at a weight class and stepping into the ring, as far as the money goes, that's a hard one to swallow, big dog. For real. That's a salt tablet right there, J8. And shout out to J8 on deck, man. Bob Arum done with Lomachenko after this L. Oh, so you're actually thinking that Richard Comey is gonna go ahead and do some business. All right. Okay. It's according to which Lomachenko show up now. He is coming off a 6-round stoppage of Jackson Martinez, so I gotta give him his props. But before that, he got smashed in 2 rounds. Ooh, dude. Never seen Lomachenko get smashed like that. Even when he stepped in with Teofimo, I never seen him get dogged like that. I'm just saying, J.O.J. I just never seen it, bro. Here they go with that A-side shit. Yeah. That's what Shakur Stevenson said. Shakur said, I want him to come down to 130, and he's the A-side. I want him to come down and fight me for my title. That's what he needs to do. I'm the A-side. I say, okay, here we go. Here we go. I'm telling you. Yeah, I believe that. Comey can hurt Lomachenko. I believe it. You know, Linares sat him down. I believe it. I believe it. I believe he can hurt him. He just can't be there with the earmuffs on, dog. Like Lomachenko will dance around him. He can't sit up there and do what Nakatani did. Like Comey has to go in here and box and enforce his will on Lomachenko, man. Don't let him get comfortable. Don't let him think he's the motherfucking boss in that bitch. No, none of that shit, man. You go up in there, let him know who running shit tonight. Comey can't go in there acting like he just coming off the T.O. fight. No. Go in that bitch like you coming off that Jackson Martinez stoppage. Go in that bitch like you went the distance with T.O., goddammit. Bob about to cash out before the casket drop. Money in the grave. Damn. Ain't gonna touch that because I'm about to go cover one of his fights. Hoover trying to get somebody released. Well, if you see this guy right here, let's put his face up on the wall. You see that guy is no longer allowed to cover top ranked fights. He agreed with some guy named Hoover. Now that would not be tolerated when we're talking about money in the grave. Loma got the eye of the tiger since the T.O. loss. It seems that way, don't it? But then again, I discount that a little bit there, Andrew, because Nakatani was fucked up. He had a head injury, like I mentioned before, from the Tio fight. And then he took extensive punishment in there with Fadejo. Then he came in here and got desecrated by Lomachenko, dog. I mean, wow. I don't know. That's a lot of punishment to take in 3 fights. He only has 2 losses, but that's a lot of punishment to take in 3 fights. Fadejo landed some damn good shots on damn Nakatani too. But hey, y'all, I got to bounce. I got shit to do, man. You know what it is, man. I will touch bases with you on the other side, Shawty. Appreciate y'all pulling up, turn up, and tune in to World Combat Sports. I'm out.